Hey guys, I just want to do a quick update video to let you know what I've been up to because I haven't posted a video in a while, and also to share some kind of interesting news for the channel, sort of a new direction. So yeah, in the last few weeks or so, I've been working on the update for my Ribbon iOS app. So if you haven't checked that out, check it out. I made a video a bit earlier. I'm also going to post a separate video when the update goes live, so check that out. So yeah, the other sort of big news, I guess, change in the channel is I've decided to take a break from my regular day job for a little bit and focus my attention on music and on this channel in general. So just to rewind a bit of a backstory, I guess. So yeah, I grew up in Montreal. I studied computer engineering here. I worked as a software developer for about 5 years here. Then I moved to San Francisco, worked there for about 4 years, and then moved back and worked as a contractor here also in software development. And that contract ended last Friday. So yeah, I decided not to renew it and to try to pursue this YouTube thing, but also music in general. Yeah, so the decision didn't come overnight for sure. It's something I've been planning and thinking for a while. And it kind of came about in San Francisco where I had some time to think about what I wanted to do. And I've always had many hobbies: programming, drawing, photography, music. But music and piano has always been the thing that's always been there, the thing I'll always do regardless of money or anything like that. My grandma was a piano teacher, so that's how I got started. Yeah, so that's sort of my primary passion, I guess, which I'm sure a lot of you guys can resonate with as well, since you're probably watching this channel as some kind of musician as well. Yeah, so I didn't want to go through life and then eventually regret not having pursued music in some shape or form, or at least given it some attention for some amount of time. Doesn't have to be forever. And I don't want to be a musician. I've done that in the past. So I've started to think about how I can marry my love of photography and lighting and composition and music and piano playing and synthesizers and gear and technology, all those interests. And when I thought about it, YouTube sort of became the obvious choice, I guess, because it's a way for me to express all these things in one kind of domain. And also for me as an introvert who likes to sit at home and just make stuff, it's kind of the perfect marriage of all that. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make that work and see what happens. Gonna focus both on music making, making music apps, making more content for this channel. So anything to do with music, just kind of honing my direction towards that, because all the jobs I've worked at so far were not music related. So yeah, I'm gonna experiment with that and see how that goes. I've had this YouTube channel for a while now, maybe 7 years or so, but I never really took it seriously. It used to be called NebsVid or N3BSVid, and it was just a way for me to post random synthesizer videos when I got new gear. And it wasn't until about a year or two ago, again when I was in San Francisco, that I decided to kind of rebrand it and take it more seriously and post more consistently. But then it was kind of on and off afterwards because I started working on other projects and I was always distracted by my day job. So yeah, all that said, I'm going to try and focus more on music in general now, including music making. I'm ashamed to say that I haven't actually finished a song in like many years, because if you know how it goes, right, the time is money, right? And when you're young, I guess you have a lot of time but not a lot of money, and then towards your later years, when you start getting a job and making money, you all of a sudden have less time to make music. So you kind of switch one for the other, and then you start collecting and buying gear and talking about gear, and that kind of becomes your sort of outlet for not having time but having money, and it becomes a symptom of that. And yeah, if I look at my channel, it feels very much like a gear channel, but that was never really the goal. I don't want to just be about gear news and gear. Don't get me wrong, I love gear as much as the next person, but I also want to combine that with more artistic stuff and music and all that. Something a little more like the last video I made with the delay is a synth's best friend. Not exactly like that, but somewhere in that vein where I can just express myself without worrying about catchy titles or the latest gear trends and all that stuff. But that said, I'm still going to be making gear tutorials and videos because I just love doing that as well. So there's definitely going to be more of that on the channel. So yeah, what can you expect going forward? Definitely more content and better quality, but I don't know exactly the frequency or the type of content yet. I'm still experimenting because I never really had kind of more time to focus on this stuff and really try to produce more content, I guess, that takes a little more time than just the quick tutorials and demos, which is sort of what I've been doing so far. So yeah, hopefully you'll see more content. I'll still do gear tutorials and reviews and stuff like that, because like I said, I love that stuff, and I know few people have told me that they like my tutorial style, so I'll definitely keep doing that. And I'll also start introducing more, I guess, music making, or maybe just documenting my process. So if I'm working on an album or something, I'll just document that. I also have a huge to-do list of things I've accumulated in Trello over the years that I'd like to go through. I also like to learn Ableton Live a little more. I've been using it more like a glorified tape machine, but I haven't really learned the nuts and bolts of it. So I'll probably do that and also document that process. So hopefully you guys can learn with me at the same time. Yeah, so I just wanted to make that announcement. Look forward to more videos, more of the same slash some different slash, I don't know. I'm just kind of experimenting. And I'll probably be making more apps, and I'll do some more technical videos. And one of my personal goals that I want to improve on is just removing filters, or like self-imposed filters. Because if any of you have ever tried making videos, as soon as you turn the camera on, this like imaginary filter comes on and you automatically become somebody else. Not that I'm trying to be fake or different or anything, it's just a natural thing that when there's a camera on us, we kind of behave a little bit differently, just like you behave a little bit differently when you're in front of other people, or strangers in this case. So anyways, I wanted to get better at that as well, better at removing those filters so I can be myself more, which is much easier said than done. The kind of age-old advice is be yourself, but it's hard, especially if you're not used to being like a TV host personality type thing. So yeah, look forward for that. I also want to incorporate more acoustic piano, because that's the instrument I play every single morning, every day. But I haven't included it in the channel because it's called synth, and I kind of didn't want to blend the two worlds. But at this point, if I'm going to be kind of true to myself, I'll have to incorporate some of the stuff I do on a day-to-day basis, even if it doesn't strictly involve synthesizers. Stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys shortly.